Mindset, a daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markle. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markle.
Hello. Welcome back to Morning Mindset, and thank you once again for joining me. Thank you to everyone who's been here for a month or 2 months or since the very, very beginning. And I also want to thank you if you have reviewed this show on iTunes or whatever your favorite podcast player is. And for those of you who have gone to Amazon.com and left a review of the Morning Mindset book, thank you very much. Life is too short for bad coffee. That is one of my many mantras, one of my many thoughts in life. There's a lot of things that life is too short for. For instance, life is too short for cold French fries. I refuse to eat cold French fries. If they're cold, feed them to the dog or throw them out or whatever. I'm not going to eat them. Bad coffee. I will not drink coffee rather than have bad coffee. There are other things in life as well, but cheap beer, and I know some of you are out there, you're snarling or what have you, but the reason I bring that up, and obviously we have that in our lives. People say life is too short for whatever, fill in the blank. It's not anything new. But I want you to think about this. How often do you put off quality, or do you accept cheapness or inferior products in your life? How often do you accept those just as a matter of convenience? We often will take something that we know is a substandard product. It's a cheap product. It's an inferior product, but we'll accept it because it's convenient at the moment. It's convenient. So, well, I know it's not the best. I know it could be better. I know yada, yada, but it's here right now. Now, obviously, if you're starving, you're going to take any food that someone gives you. And obviously, if you're dying of thirst, you're going to take any water that anyone gives you. But the fact of the matter is, I believe that many of us shortchange ourselves, or we accept inferior products. We accept the cheap or the substandard just because it's too difficult or it takes too much effort to demand or expect quality. Well, I know this coffee isn't that good, but it's here and it's not that expensive, so I'll just drink it. The problem with accepting the substandard is that you never give yourself the opportunity to really appreciate and enjoy something that is high quality. I'll give you an example. I've been an outdoorsman, hunter, sportsman type person pretty much my whole life, certainly my entire adult life. And when I was young, when I was 16 or 17 years old, 18, I was happy to have a set of binoculars that just worked, like just any set. And back then, I probably had the $20, $30 field glasses, binoculars, whatever you want to call them. And they worked, and you look through them, and they magnify things. It makes them look closer. And it wasn't until later on in life that I actually borrowed a pair of binoculars from someone else, and I looked through them. And the image that I was able to see was so bright and so clear, and the resolution was so phenomenal, really. I was amazed. It was like seeing for the first time, kind of. And the reason that I never experienced that was because I started out with cheap stuff, and I got used to the cheap binoculars, and I never realized how good they could actually be. I just thought, binoculars are binoculars, and magnification is magnification. We do this to ourselves. We get used to the substandard. We get used to the inferior. We get used to the cheap because it's convenient. And then it becomes a habit. And we never give ourselves the opportunity. We never take the time to enjoy something that is actually high quality. I know I've mentioned products, but it's not really about products. It's about how you live your life. Take the time to experience some quality in your life. Yes, I understand that everyone has a budget. Everyone has X amount of disposable income. And I'm not saying that you should put yourself in debt so you can look through a $1,000 set of binoculars. But what I'm saying is, have you gotten to the point where you're shortchanging yourself, or you're waiting? You say, well, yeah, now I won't, but someday in the future, I will treat myself to quality whatever, fill in the blank. A quality mattress, a quality pillow, a quality chair, what have you. Life is too short to shortchange yourself. Life is too short for bad coffee, cold French fries, stale beer, what have you. But definitely, life is way too short to drink bad coffee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I'm your host, Paul Markle. Thank you once again for joining me for Morning Mindset Podcast. And if you enjoyed today's show, or yesterday's, or the day before that, please tell somebody about it. Recommend it to a friend. Leave us a review. All right, I'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markle, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.